All right, guys. So unsurprisingly to a lot of us, the chickens are coming home to roost for CNN as they have experienced a huge drop in ratings post-Trump as their audience is turning away because they don't get any more of the Trump derangement syndrome. Now, everybody wants to talk about the grift, okay? Everybody wants to talk about the Trump grift, okay? And the only side of the Trump grift they want to talk about is the pro-Trump grift, where supposedly if you're pro-Trump, it's supposed to be some type of money train and some type of, life-changing thing. When in reality, a lot of people that support Trump are being pushed to the edges of society. They're being censored. They could potentially lose their job, and not necessarily good things are happening. However, if you're on the other side of the Trump grift, which is the hating Trump grift, then you are exalted. Okay, you're put on a throne. Okay, you're on the moral high ground. And CNN, who was probably the center of the hating Trump grift, was financially benefiting from it because their whole audience didn't really give a damn about them. What they really gave a damn about is them talking junk about Trump. Okay, so unsurprisingly to those of us who've been paying attention, as soon as the grift stops, as soon as they don't have Trump to talk about anymore, the audience leaves because nobody cares about Jake Tapper, Don Lemon, and Brian Seltzer. But before we get in that, my name is Greg Foreman, and you're watching A Black Conservative Perspective. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, you share A Black Conservative Perspective, aka a leftist worst nightmare. You can also follow me on Twitter at GForemanBCP. Let's get it. All right, guys. So CNN is going through some hard times in the first week post-Trump as their ratings have come crashing back down to earth. Let's see exactly what's going on here.
Мне очень тяжело об этом рассказывать, потому что...
Wow, January 21st will go down in the ratings records books for CNN. The last week of the month may offer a portent of what the post-Trump era will look like for the network. In the first week of the Biden administration, the AT&T-owned news channel saw the audiences that have been flooding into primetime recently drop precipitously on January 25th through the 29th compared with the highs of previous weeks. Meanwhile, rival Fox News channel saw its own ratings only dip slightly after weeks of registering its own sharp declines. Now, AT&T, if you guys are familiar, they own CNN. Jeff Zucker, who is the CEO of CNN, has basically come out and basically said, hey, listen, I'm thinking about leaving this joint because they know that CNN is going to go in the tank, after Trump is out of office. And AT&T reportedly is even looking to sell CNN. Okay, so again, there are changes coming for CNN here. Now, as you can see here, you can see the average U.S. total audience watching weekday primetime cable news. You can see that stuff. And then furthermore, another network that has been characterized as left-leaning, MSNBC, I would say far left-leaning, right? Well, maybe not. Who knows? The progressives don't like MSNBC, so who knows? But has also seen significant declines, but nowhere near as steep as what has hit CNN. Variety intelligence platform analysis of the viewership data across two key metrics: the target news demographic for people ages 25 to 54 and the total audience watching, shows that CNN ended the final week of January with ratings dropping roughly 44% for total audience versus the prior week across all 3 hours of primetime. That is huge. 44% drop. Okay, 44%, almost half of people said no more CNN once Trump is out of office. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. When I talk about the Trump grift, right? Where everybody wants to talk about people that are pro-Trump grifting. Again, they never want to talk about the grift that has been made and all the money that has been made purely from hating the man. Okay, CNN lost half of their audience almost just a week after he was out of office. They was like, what are we going to talk about? Apparently, kissing Biden's butt is not as profitable as they like it to be. So as you can see here, you can see the total primetime changes hourly for CNN as they dropped again 43, 44, 45% from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Fox News obviously has had a decline. I mean, Tucker is up 8 o'clock, right? 13%. Fox News, so 9 o'clock a little down, 10 o'clock a little down. MSNBC, I mean, they're almost what? 18, 11, 20%, in some of their drops. So these companies, right, are going to struggle without Trump. So as you read there, guys, this is what's happening to CNN. Okay? And at this point, like I said, CNN is not really entertaining. Nobody really cares about Don Lemon or Jake Tapper or Brian Seltzer. And what's funny to me is that these guys think that they're actually relevant. They think that people actually like them. In reality is nobody really likes them. The only reason these guys had any relevance is purely because of their hate for Trump. That's it. That's it. Because as soon as they stopped being able to hate on Trump, the audience left. Okay, lo and behold, kissing Biden's butt is not as profitable, which is why I believe that at some point in the future, CNN is going to turn on the Biden administration. They don't have a choice. Okay, they don't have a choice. Because let's be honest, guys, hating on people is profitable. Hating on the Biden administration will be profitable. They just need to go the Fox News route, the same route they went during the Obama administration. Okay? I mean, this stuff is simple, right? And that's what the media does. The media is corporate. I mean, they're establishment, but also corporate as well. They're going to go with certain establishment narratives that both sides agree with, whatever, right? But it's entertainment, right? You got to entertain the audience, and kissing Biden's butt is not entertaining, okay? And CNN is going to realize this sooner or later. Or maybe they have already realized it, because, I mean, Jeff Zucker, the CEO, was thinking about stepping down because he knew that this was going to happen. He knew that CNN was going to go in the tank once they weren't able to hate on Trump anymore. Okay, and AT&T, again, is looking to sell CNN, potentially. So CNN is a falling stock right now. And it just goes to show, I mean, again, think about the ratings in terms of Fox News. I mean, my man Tuck, who I, keeps telling you guys, I believe is the best in the game. He's not even super pro-Trump or anything like that. He's just pro-Trump enough. His ratings have actually increased a little bit, right? He's the only primetime slot that has saw a little bit of a boost. And that's because people actually like Tucker Carlson. He actually has fascinating and thought-provoking things to say to people. For as much as people want to bash him, for some of his opinions and try to characterize him as some type of extremist, even though, again, I don't know where that comes from, the man can retain an audience. The man is obviously good at his job. And this is why I say that he's the best in the business, right? I make the stats back up that claim. But people like, Don Lemon and Jake Tapper, they can't hold a candle to somebody like Tucker Carlson. I mean, these guys are so full of themselves that they really believe that people want to sit and hear them have a casual conversation where they gossip about Kayleigh McEnany just casually on air. That's what CNN be doing, right? Have y'all noticed, like, CNN, like, peak hating? They would just literally sit there and gossip among each other. Just straight gossip. Not debates, not regular debate. No. We're just gossiping about Kayleigh McEnany. I think Jake Tapper and Brian Seltzer was doing this one time. That's how arrogant that network had became. That's how much they had become wrapped up in the Trump hate, in the Trump grip. That they really was like, you know what? Our audience so dumb. All they want us to hate on Trump. We ain't even got to really be prepared to do anything. We just come up here, gossip about somebody in the administration, just have casual conversation. And these clowns gonna watch because they love that Trump hate. But I'm just glad to see what comes around goes around, right? And we know that it has to be because of Trump, because right after Trump left office, the audience basically like, see ya, bye, turn off CNN, okay? So who knows what's in the future for CNN? Maybe AT&T will sell. Maybe Jeff Zucker will walk away. Maybe they'll turn it around. Maybe they'll start hating on Biden. They'll get on that grift. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.
This is a real B&H customer story. Jack and Barbara, professional wildlife photographers and B&H customers for 30 years, live in remote Alaska.